many of you made money while you were sleeping in the month of September? Well, I did, and I can't wait to show you what it totaled up to this month. If you're new here, I just started converting a lot of our investments over into dividend-producing stocks. And you can see from back in January, we got our very first dividend payment, and it was only 60 cents. But look how we've grown, you guys. Wait till you see the September numbers. It's a new record. I'm so excited. Okay, here we go. Oh, and there's 19 different companies that paid us stocks. So I'm going to fly through this, you guys, because it's a lot. But Intel was the very first one to come through. I know, a lot of energy about Intel these days, but they paid us $24.37. They got some pretty good dividend statistics here. Almost 5% dividend yield. Payout ratio is just under 36%. They've been growing their dividend for 7 years, and that 5-year dividend growth rate isn't too bad at 6.26%. Dividend number 2 is from Ford. And Ford paid me $1.21, and this will be the last payment that I get from Ford because I sold out of this position. They offer a dividend yield of 3%. Payout ratio is really low, you guys, at 16.39%. But you can see from the last two metrics there, that 5-year dividend growth rate is negative, and they have 0 years of dividend growth. So I just felt that they really didn't have a place in the portfolio anymore, just given those metrics. But I'll take the $1.21 in the month of September, when added to my shares of Intel, brings us to $25.58. Company number 3 was Enbridge, ticker symbol ENB, in the energy sector. They paid us $25.96 with a dividend yield of 6.52%. They've been growing this dividend for 7 years, and in the last 5 years, they grew that dividend at a rate of 8.65%. The payout ratio is what was concerning to me at 120.65%. Is that sustainable? At any rate, they paid us $25.96, and with that, added to the other two companies, we've got a total of $51.54. Company number 4, Johnson & Johnson. They paid us $8.51. They're in the healthcare sector, and most of you probably are familiar with Johnson & Johnson, but they've been growing this dividend, you guys, for 59 years. 5-year dividend growth rate is just under 6%, payout ratio of 43.14%, and the dividend yield is not too bad at 2.7%. And that brought us up to $60.05. Company number 5 is Pfizer, ticker symbol PFE, and they paid us a nice even $4 for the shares that we have in this company. They've got a 3.48% yield, a payout ratio just under 26%, 11 years of dividend growth, and they've been growing that at a rate of 5.9% in the last 5 years. And with that additional $4, we're up to $64.05. Number 6 is Jeffry, the JP Morgan Equity Premium Income ETF, and they paid us $20.70. The dividend yield is extraordinary at 10.41%. With that additional $20, we are now up to $84.75. The 7th company to pay us in September was Raytheon Technologies, ticker symbol RTX. They paid us $6.64 for our holdings, and they have a dividend yield of 2.58%. They've been growing this dividend for 28 years, and the 5-year dividend growth rate is 4.68%. Payout ratio is only 44.73%, bringing our total up to $91.39. Number 8 on our list is Olin Corporation, ticker symbol OLN. They paid us $3.34 in the month of September with a dividend yield of 1.74% and a payout ratio that's super low at 8.36%. They've got room to grow this dividend. Let's hope they do. That brings our new total up to $94.73. You guys think we're going to hit 100? Here we go. Number 9 on our list is Barings Business Development Company, and this is one that I still need to sell out of in my portfolio. It's not really in line with the metrics that I would like to see. They offer a great dividend yield of 9.97%, but you can see from that 5-year dividend growth rate, things are going in the wrong direction. Very high payout ratio of 91.84%. They've been growing the dividend for the last 2 years, and they paid us $13.85. which is what we needed to jump over that $100 mark. So we're now at $108.58, you guys. The 10th company to pay us a dividend in the month of September was 3M, ticker symbol MMM. They paid us $10.52. A lot of controversy, a lot of articles in the news about 3M with all these lawsuits, but they've been growing this dividend for 63 years. I really hope they don't stop now. Payout ratio is only 60%. The dividend yield right now, you guys, is tremendous at 5.11%. So let's hope that they are able to stay the course. I probably won't be adding any more shares of 3M, but I'm going to hang on to the ones that I have. With that additional $10, we're now up to $119.10. We're more than halfway there, you guys. This is the 11th company to pay us a dividend in the month of September, and they paid us a nice $17.10. We've got 34 years of dividend growth, a 5.33% 5-year dividend growth rate, and a payout ratio just at 37.55%. Dividend yield is 3.63%. I'll definitely be adding more shares of Chevron to the mix. With that additional $17, we're now up to $136.20. 12th company is Stag Industrial Incorporated. $2.43 from Stag. This is a newer position in our portfolio, and they've got a nice 4.7% yield. 5-year dividend growth rate is only 0.82%, but they have been growing this dividend for 10 years. This brings our total up to $138.63, you guys. Isn't this exciting? Our 13th company is Realty Income, ticker symbol O, and they paid us $20.02. A favorite among dividend investors, this company has been growing their dividend for 25 years and is a monthly payer. Check out that 4.65% dividend yield. And that 5-year dividend growth rate, it's a little on the slower side, but they are paying us monthly, you guys. And with that additional $20, we're up to $158.65. Next up is Hershey, ticker symbol HSY. Aren't you guys impressed with the 35 cents that they paid me? It's a very tiny, tiny position, you guys. It's not even enough to buy a Hershey bar. Well, maybe in 1990, but not right now. So I'm thinking I need to grow this position. They have a 5-year dividend growth rate of 8.3%, 12 years of dividend growth. Payout ratio is only 44%, but the yield is a little bit on the light side, 1.86%. So look for me to add some more shares of this in the future. Just need to get in at the right price. That moves us up to an even $159 so far for the month of September. Main Street Capital paid us $5.79 for our shares in this company. They've got a 6.66% dividend yield. Payout ratio is at 86.82%. The 5-year dividend growth rate is a little on the lower side at 2.93%, and they've got 1 year of dividend growth. That $5.79, when added to our total so far, brings us to a new high of $164.79. Next up is Home Depot, a newer position in our portfolio, and I'm really, really happy that I bought this. They paid us $13.30. They've got a phenomenal 5-year dividend growth rate of 16.95%, 12 years of dividend growth, payout ratio is only 45%, and the yield is not too bad at 2.71%. I will definitely be adding more shares of Home Depot into the mix. And that brings our total up to $178.09. Next up is Lockheed Martin, and they paid us $14.82 in the month of September. The dividend yield is 2.69%, payout ratio just under 41%, but their 5-year dividend growth rate is at 9%, which is pretty good, pretty solid, and 19 years of dividend growth. We're getting closer to that $200 mark, you guys, at $192.91. 2 companies to go. Rowe Price. I know not everybody loves Rowe Price, but I kind of do. 4.21% dividend yield, 42% payout ratio. Look at the 5-year dividend growth rate, you guys, 15.77% and 35 years of growth. Our shares in Rowe paid us $26.55, and I'm pretty happy about it. And I probably will be adding more shares to our portfolio of Rowe. And look at that, guys. Just like that, we're over $219.46. And now you guys are going to be super impressed with the last payment that we received. Are you ready for this? It's Pepsi. I love Pepsi. It's a great company, but I don't have nearly enough shares because they only paid me 81 cents for my minuscule little position in Pepsi. But we've got 49 years of dividend growth, guys. 5-year dividend growth rate of 7.39%. Payout ratio a little bit on the higher side at 67.62%. But we tend to expect that from some of these companies that are dividend aristocrats because they've been paying and growing that dividend for so long. 2.73% dividend yield, and I would love to add more shares of Pepsi into the portfolio. Grand total. It's a new high score, you guys. It's a new high score. $220.27. And I am giddy because I did this while I was sleeping. Isn't that amazing? So here's the grand total. And so far, year to date, we have made just under $800 while we were sleeping. Isn't this awesome? I can't wait to see what the last quarter of this year is going to bring. So what companies paid you guys out in the month of September? Leave me a comment below. I would love to hear what you're all invested in. And if you haven't seen it already, take a peek at this next video. This is going to outline for you all companies that you need to buy now because they're going ex-dividend really soon that are going to pay you out in November.